No, I understand I'm free to go.
You're free to go now.
That means I'm free to stay.
Do you want to go to jail?
I have another one of those auditors here.
You're going to jail if you
Okay,
don't leave.
thank you.
Why are we here? They're covering up. This judge issued a protective order against a 9-year-old, and the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Department served a 9-year-old with a protective order at elementary school.
Fourth grader. He was served a protective order while at school.
Someone who's on the bench should know the law.
Are you court clerk? I'm trying to get a copy of a file. Can I get PO 2468? Send me to the judge's office? Would that be Judge McDaniel? Okay. Yes, ma'am. They just sent me over here. The court clerk just did. I'm trying to get a copy of PO 2468.
Why are they sending you here? I don't do that.
I don't know.
Who'd you talk to? What? I don't even know what, yeah, but I don't know why the court clerk sent him here, is what he said. That's why I'm asking.
She literally just did.
Okay.
It's on film.
It's all right.
So.
Okay, yeah, if it's sealed, we can't do anything, I apologize.
It has to be a judge's order.
Yeah.
Well,
Release it.
how is it sealed? Is it sealed by an order?
And are you
Can I get a copy?
recording me?
I'm absolutely recording you.
I don't want you to record me.
I'm sorry you don't want that, but how can I get a copy of the order sealing it?
No, it's already sealed.
No, I know, but there's an order that sealed it, and that order is public.
Release anything
Can
from
you
that
please
file.
get me a deputy and have him?
Well, this is a public.
Because I'm
This is a
asking
publicly
him to
accessible area,
please
correct?
not record me.
Well, I'm sorry that you're asking me not to record you.
Well, I'm not comfortable with it.
Well, I'm sorry about that. You're in public.
Okay.
You're in
But
public.
This is her office and she wants you out of her office.
This is a publicly accessible area,
Okay,
correct?
Stand up.
I'm asking you,
and we're
who are
moving out
you?
of the office.
Who are you?
Stand up.
Can you state your name, please?
I don't have to, just.
Can you
I
please
need you to
identify
stand
yourself?
up. My name
Can-
is Deputy Briones. I'm with Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, and you're ordering me to stand up
This
and
is
move
her
it?
office.
Are you ordering me to?
She wants you.
I understand what she
stop
wants.
Recording her.
I understand what she
And to
wants.
step out of her office.
What I'm asking you is, are you
can
ordering me
record
to?
Everywhere you want in this building.
Are you ordering me
but
to
you're
do
not
that?
gonna- Listen, you're not going to cause a disturbance.
Ma'am, I'm asking for a file that they sent me down here to get.
The file is sealed. He's been
File
told
sealed.
he cannot have the file.
What I'm asking
He
for is the
cannot have a
order
copy.
sealing it.
We cannot give anything once it's filed.
Who can I speak to about that? They told me to come speak to this woman. So if I can't speak to her,
Sir, in order to get a copy, you're gonna have to have a judge's order. Anything
Okay,
in that
so-
entire file, you're gonna have to have an order from the judge. If you have an order that you want to present to a judge for them to sign it, you're more than welcome to do that.
ma'am, you understand though,
cannot give
you do understand though
The file
that
is sealed, sir.
I understand. You said you're the court
file
clerk,
is
correct?
sealed,
You
sir.
keep saying that. I'm asking a simple question.
And I keep giving
You're
you the
the-
same answer because that's the only answer I can give you, sir.
Ma'am,
The file is
you haven't
sealed.
even heard the question that I'm asking.
You're asking for a copy of the
No, ma'am.
order.
She
No,
doesn't have
ma'am.
to answer your question.
Well, ma'am, you're absolutely right. As a
Okay,
government
stand
official,
up.
are you ordering me to? Under threat of arrest.
No, I'm not gonna arrest
Okay,
you.
well, if you're not ordering me to, then this is a publicly accessible area, and I'm going to continue to sit here and ask questions.
Even though she's not here, this is a public.
The door was
this is her
open,
office.
ma'am. The public is allowed
This
in
is her
here.
office.
The public is
Her
allowed in
office.
here.
Out here.
The public is allowed to come in here. You can't restrict my access because you don't like the fact that I'm filming. That would be a violation of my First Amendment constitutional rights because this is publicly accessible. It does not say restricted access area. It does not say restricted access area outside
Okay,
the
but you're
door.
causing a disturbance.
But you're disturbing.
I'll sit here
your
quietly.
line of
You're
working.
disturbing
okay.
her peace.
All right, I'll sit here quietly.
Disturbing her peace.
Meanwhile,
How do you want me to put this through?
What is that for?
It's for a press. I'm doing a story. I'm just,
Usually it's outside. Like, who are you doing it? The story for what?
for video.
I know, but on a case, on just.
Yeah, on the case.
No, you can't bring it in here.
Really, I can't film in a public building?
No.
First Amendment?
No.
I can't film?
No, sir. It's right there, and we have papers.
Yeah, it's a violation of the First Amendment. Can I get your name, please?
Candy Griffin.
All right, do you have a badge number or are you just security?
Candy Griffin.
Are you a badge number or are you just security? Okay, that's your name. What's?
They're not allowed to comment on the case.
All right. Well, they don't have to comment on the case. Then we just need to film the building and get shots for the B-roll.
You can take it from outside. You can film outside.
It's a public building. I can film inside.
No, you
I'm filming inside right now. I can film. It's a public building, First
We're going to
Amendment.
ask you to leave.
I'm not going to leave.
Okay.
You can call the cops down here if you want.
Where are the cops?
Oh. Well, okay. I didn't know you wouldn't give me your badge number. What's your badge number then?
Hey, I have another one of those auditors here in reference.
I'm not an auditor. I'm just trying to get content. I'm a journalist, not an auditor. I don't know what that is, but all right. She's calling the cops right now, apparently. So we'll see if we get thrown out. Can I go through security while I wait and just sit on that bench so I don't have to like? Can I just go through security and sit on that bench till they get here? Oh, it's already in. You have a camera right there.
That's okay.
Are you ordering me to?
Yes, sir, please.
Are you ordering me under threat of arrest to do that?
This right here.
I'm not
this door.
asking, I'm not telling you under threat of arrest.
Okay, then
I'm
I
asking
decline.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Step out of her
So
office.
I decline. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So if I can ask you one simple question, ma'am, then we can get a resolution to this. Are you willing to? Thank you, ma'am.
Her office is right there. You can step out and go into her office.
No, I understand that. But I'm comfortable here in this public chair that's available to sit in this public area that's publicly accessible, where all the other public can come to. I've seen you on video before. I have. Have I seen you on video before?
Yes, you have.
The video in question is this Long Island audit video that you can see on screen. In the video, she ends up following him around almost the entire time in the same courthouse we are in this video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this video. It really helps support us. Thank you all. Let's get into the clip.
Are you videoing?
Yeah, I'm taking some pictures and video, ma'am. Who are you?
I am Candy Griffin.
Candy Griffin?
Yeah,
And you're a
it's
deputy?
protected if you, yes, if you'll read the sign down there, it's protected. You can't audio and video.
What's protected?
It says it downstairs. The building is
Protected against what?
audio and videoing.
Why would that be? Is that a law?
Because you have you're invading people's privacy.
Oh, no, this is a public building. They don't have no expectation of privacy in public.
Okay, what are you videoing for?
Oh, I'm just taking some pictures and video for myself.
For yourself?
Correct, yeah. Ma'am, you're in direct violation of that court order, apparently.
No, I'm not.
You didn't look very good on that video.
Oh, I don't know what
How did that
to
one
do.
go?
This
Did
is
you
the
get in
only
trouble?
place that I get- no.
Did you get in trouble for that? You didn't? Really? But y'all don't order people out of here anymore. I'm seeing. Y'all have changed your policy, it looks like.
Policy hasn't changed.
Okay. Well, so anyway, ma'am, if we can go back and y'all will stop disturbing.
Go ahead. If you can stand up.
I'm comfortable right here. I'm comfortable right here.
that way.
Thank you. I'm comfortable.
You're disturbing her peace.
Well, ma'am, I'm not.
Yes, you are. She's trying
Well,
to work.
she told me to come down here.
No, I asked you
She's
to
trying to
leave
work.
because I've tried to answer your questions a few times. You're not listening.
Okay,
Oh, you're
so
not
then I'll ask
listening.
you the question.
Stop talking.
So I'll
You're
ask you
not
the question.
listening.
Stop.
Would you please leave my office?
Can I ask you a question?
No, I'm working.
Well,
I
ma'am,
answered
you
your
work.
question.
No, you haven't answered any question. I'm not asking you a question.
Now you're disturbing
My
her
question
peace.
is this. Well, I'm going to ask you a question.
I'm not answering.
Well, I'm going to ask you anyway. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you anyway. It is my understanding that when a court order is entered sealing any file pursuant
You can
to
talk to the
Oklahoma,
court clerk
if
right
I
here.
could just get the words
Court
out of
clerk
my
is right
mouth.
here.
Can I just
She's
get the
not the
words
court
out?
clerk.
Can I get the words out of my
not the
mouth?
court clerk.
She's the judge's clerk.
right here.
She can hear me too.
She can come talk to her
She
in
told
her
me to come
office.
down here and talk to her. So I'm going to ask this question.
But
Can I
she's
just get the
asking
words
for
out of my
you-
mouth?
No, because
Can I get the words out of my mouth to ask my question? You're the one that's
She's
causing.
asking me to
You're
remove you
prolonging
because
this.
you are-
You're
She can't
interfering
answer
with
that
my
question.
constitutionally protected activity.
Okay, she
I'm
can't
a
answer that
reporter
question.
trying to
This
ask
is
a
the court
question.
clerk. You can ask
I'm
her
a
that.
reporter trying to ask a question. Can I please ask
to
my
the wrong
question without
person.
you? It's not your job to tell me who to ask my public questions
This is the
to.
court clerk.
I'm glad you think that, but I'm going to ask my question to her, and if she declines to answer it, then I'll move to her. So I'm going to ask my question if you'll just not interrupt me.
Here you go.
Okay?
Ask it.
Thank you. Generally speaking, when a judge, like Judge McDaniel, with whom you work for, signs an order sealing a court file, they do that and they're mandated pursuant to Oklahoma statute to list out the statutory basis for sealing it. And that order will say, I am sealing this file pursuant to this statutory basis, which justifies my right to seal it. Pursuant to statute, it's my understanding that that order, which states the basis for which the file is sealed, is public. So that way the public knows why the judge sealed the file. All I'm asking for is the order, which you guys have said seals the file, so that I can see what the statutory basis for the sealing of that was, and I'll be on my way. If you can't provide that to me, then just let me know.
Provide that to you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, and I'll move on now to the court clerk.
Thank you.
All right, I appreciate it. See how easy that was when y'all don't interrupt and interfere? I get to ask my questions, and then I get to move on. Seemed like a simple process. So now let's go ask the court clerk the same question. Okay, did you hear that question, or do I need to repeat it?
I can't give you anything out of the file. It's
Including that order.
I can't give you anything out of the file
Okay.
without a judge's order. I'm sorry.
Including that order.
Correct.
Okay. So I can't get the order that tells us why the file is sealed.
The entire file is sealed. I can't give you anything including that order out of the file.
So how would
without a judge's
somebody,
order.
so how would somebody that was conducting an investigation into this, at this point even know, if it hadn't already been reported on the news and released by the attorney, how would somebody in the public even know that a file existed that we need to be concerned with as to why the court might be sealing it? Do you see how that would be?
You can still see a file exist if it's sealed. You can still see that it exists. You just can't
On
do
OSCN,
anything with it.
that case will still show on, if I search for it right now, that case will still show up on OSCN and it just shows sealed? I mean, let's check that right quick. I like that idea. Let's look. It's really just a camera. Y'all don't have to be that afraid. It's not my fault your judge issued a protective order against a 9-year-old. That was really about, I mean, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? You guys served a 9-year-old a protective order. The sheriff's department for Pottawatomie County served a 9-year-old. But you work for them, so I'm going to ask you as an agent of them. Why did you serve a 9-year-old?
I wasn't there.
Is that your normal process and procedure to serve 9-year-olds at their elementary school? Don't you think it would have been better, I don't know, to serve them with his parents?
Absolutely.
So is that something that you at the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Department have talked about on a policy reform related to that issue?
Not yet,
Do you think that's something that you'll bring up?
possibly.
I mean, look, you'd agree with me that that creates an issue, that if even under the circumstances that you're going to serve a 13-year-old, which the law says you can serve, you'd be upset, right? Right. So, I mean, that's certainly something that's caused people some great concern. See, it doesn't show up on there, though. I'm looking at it right here on OSCN, and I searched for the correct case name and number, actually, is what I searched for. I searched for Protective Order 24-68 on OSCN, and it's come up in all these other counties. And you can see 24-68 is what I searched for. And then you go down here to Pottawatomie County, and right there, see there's no cases. Pottawatomie PO 2024-68, every other county, except for the ones that hadn't issued them. Pottawatomie, nothing. So you see what I'm saying? Like now I couldn't even find this if it wasn't on the news, and now I can't get a copy of the order that tells us why this thing was so important to seal and what the statutory basis was to seal it. Well, you can't, you're telling a public official, ma'am, you just told a public official to stop talking to me. You just violated my constitutional rights right there. You interfered with an interview I was conducting. You interfered with an interview I was conducting. No, you just bought yourself a federal lawsuit. What's your name? Can you identify yourself? Can you identify yourself, please? What's your name, ma'am? What's her name since she refuses to identify? You've been great. You don't want to play that game. What's her name since she refuses to identify?
Are you finished up here?
I want to know who she is.
I'm pretty sure she identified herself to you right now.
I wasn't recording it, so who is she? Name and badge number.
Badge 30, I believe.
What's her name?
Candy Griffin.
Griffin? What's her first name?
Candy.
Candy. Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing your job and upholding your obligations. You've been fantastic. I really appreciate that. What was your name again?
My name is Deputy Briones.
Briones. Thank you, Deputy Briones.
Can I get your name, please?
Lloyd.
Lloyd? Do you have a badge number?
Lloyd.
Do you have a badge number?
Lloyd.
Do you have a badge number?
Lloyd.
It's a yes or no question. If you don't have a badge number, I don't need it.
Well, you don't need it.
Oh, so you won't give me your badge numbers? Okay. So they won't give me their badge numbers. Yeah, I thought we could film her for religious purposes. Is that a no? Okay, there shall be no cameras, digital or still, allowed in the courthouse, except for ceremonial purposes. So what if I'm doing a ceremony? What if I'm worshiping my God, Grande Johnson?
We're limited. I don't know if you can you see that?
Yeah, I don't care. First Amendment.
Okay.
That's not illegal. That's not legal.
Well, that came from our district attorney.
And I don't get why cops follow that policy if they know it's illegal. Like, why not just let us in so they don't get sued personally? I'm just doing my job as used. Yeah. All right, here they come. Hello. How are you?
Okay,
Yep.
you're free to leave.
If you give me a threat of
This is
arrest,
limited
give me a
access.
threat of arrest, I'll leave.
Okay, do
is
you
it
want
under-
to go to jail?
No, is it under threat of arrest?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll leave.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, guys, got my threat of arrest.
Okay. She said, come on out here.
Who said come on out there?
She'll talk to you.
Who is she?
The court clerk.
So you're going to let me talk to her again after you interrupted my interview?
Or something. You can talk to her.
So you interrupted my interview, violated my constitutional rights to tell her not to talk.
Hey, I needed to talk to her.
Ma'am, you bought yourself a federal lawsuit, see? So I'm going to sue you. Just want you to know that. She's not picked herself up one. You just did. So that was a problem.
Can you come out here and not involve my entire office, please?
Well, ma'am, I was trying to figure out where the district judge was.
Okay.
And do all these people in this room work for you? Let me ask you this. Do all these people in here work for you?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to file an Open Records Act request for the name of everybody that works in this office. Okay, let's go. Let's do an Open Records Act request.
Hey.
I'm not going to put up with this behavior. They need to stop acting like that. They interrupted a polite conversation we were having. Hey, don't hey me. Don't hey me. Don't hey me. I'm not your child. Don't hey me.
Then don't treat me like a
I have treated you respectfully, so the interview was interrupted. Don't. She hey-hayed me. I'm not causing a disturbance. Where's the
We are not
You-
able to do our jobs because you're standing here disrupting
recording?
us.
You called
Which
me
is against the law,
back.
sir.
You called me
Because
back.
I'm trying to get you out of my office so that my employees can
Okay,
do their job.
so I would like an Open Records Act request for all of the names and salaries of all your employees.
Submit that in writing, sir.
All, that's fine.
You can submit that in writing.
I'll be happy to write it down for you. Do you want to go in your office so I can write it down so we'll stop disturbing them?
I'll give you my email. You're more than welcome to.
No, I'd like to just submit it now.
You can email it to me. There you go.
Okay. So here's an Open Records Act request to inspect some records. I'd like to inspect, during regular business hours, which this is, a current list of all employees of the court clerk's office and all payroll records for the court clerk's office for the last 12 months.
You gotta go next.
Okay. So then can you get me the list of all the employees for the court clerk's
Next
office?
door, you have to do everything HR next door to county clerk.
So this is not the county clerk? I thought this is
The
the,
court clerk's office.
so you don't have a list of your employees? They're
Okay,
at
it
the,
doesn't matter if she does, but all that
it
information
does,
you have to
it
have a
does.
written
If she
request
has them.
to the court.
Ma'am, if she has it, it's an open record and she has to,
Procedure on which you go about getting those records.
I'm
You have
asking
to go
you.
sign your name and you have to.
I'm asking
She
you.
told you correctly, it's through the county clerk.
But you have this information. If you have a
Doesn't
record that
matter if she has
exists,
it, She cannot release it.
it's a record then.
Okay. The record, you can get that record.
No, I'm not asking for the same thing that's sealed, ma'am.
You can get the
I'm not
record
asking for the thing that's sealed. We're talking about
next
something
door.
completely different.
You have to go through the.
All right, are you gonna, what are you
I was
gonna
gonna
do?
show you this. This is what I showed him downstairs. This is from our district attorney.
Uh-huh.
Because we're a limited access liability place, public. It will show you right here, if you wanna take a copy.
Show me what?
This,
It's a letter from a district attorney?
yes.
I don't need to see a letter from a district attorney. That's not the rule of law.
If
So
you're
if you have the,
a list of employees that goes through the county.
I understand
clerk's
that,
office,
but
they
you
have
have the
that on
records,
record.
but you have them
I
too.
don't have
can't
an
release
actual
them.
record of it. No, sir, I don't.
Do you have a list of all your employees?
I know who my employees are.
Do you have a list?
No,
Is there a
give
record that
to
has a,
the
li-
county clerk's office.
can I, you're doing great. Let her answer the question. Do you have a list
Telling you correctly.
that has
No,
all
I
of your
don't.
employees?
No, I
You don't have any list in this office that has all your employees listed?
No, sir.
No document in this office that has a, do you have a schedule for your employees?
No, sir.
You don't maintain a schedule that tells them when to come to
That's not
work?
public records.
It is, ma'am.
They work.
Don't, you're doing good. Don't mess with me. I know it is. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for anything that's not a public record. It's a misdemeanor to violate the Oklahoma Open Records Act. Don't, I promise. I'm only asking for open records. You are right now. You're refusing to let me inspect them. You are, ma'am. I'd like to inspect your schedules for your employees. You're going to tell me that that document does not exist?
No, they don't have, they work Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, sir.
And do you have a list of all your employees of any kind?
No, I don't.
Do you have any documents which have your employees' names on them?
I have answered your question.
Do you have any documents which have your employees' names on them?
I'm done answering your question.
So you're not going to answer any more questions or let me inspect any records?
I don't have those records. records. I've told you I don't have those records, and I have told you where you can.
Why are you
locate
raising
those
your
records.
voice? She's
Because
causing
you're
a
not
disturbance.
listening. You're not
It's a different
listening.
question. She's causing a disturbance now.
I am done.
She's
with
raising
you,
her
sir.
voice.
I'm
You're,
done.
well, walk away. Stop answering questions.
I told you I'm done.
I
answering
like
questions.
standing right here. It's just a cool place to stand.
Okay.
It's just an awesome place to stand. Y'all are filming too, see? There's a camera right there. I mean, we're gonna go to court on this, so we're gonna find out. I mean, I know you can't. I can't either. I do this for fun. This is really enjoyable to me.
I wish you would get a real job.
I have a real job.
Do you?
Yes, I do. So anyway, you showed something to somebody downstairs, ma'am. What was it that you were trying to show them? Do you have like a printed copy of that I could see?
No, I just made a copy of it on my phone.
Could you like text it to me?
Sure.
That'd be great. That way I could take a perusal through it and see what it is you're talking about. And then I don't have to do an Open Records Act for that document off your phone. Make my life easy.
Do what?
Then I wouldn't have to go to your sheriff's department and ask for a copy of it off your phone, because your phone would be an open record too. So,
Oh, yeah, I don't want to give you my phone number. I've had enough.
well, you want to email it to me?
It's downstairs posted. You can take a picture.
Yeah, I'll let you take
Oh
a picture
yeah,
of
let's
that
go
house.
look at it. I'm gonna go by the district judge's office first, but then we'll go down there. Have you locked that all up?
No, sir, I
No.
don't have keys to that.
Oh, that's good. I don't really like the shadow, just so you know. It makes me uncomfortable.
I'm little.
I know, but it makes me uncomfortable. After you.
Come on.
After you. I don't really like being followed around. It makes me feel like you're further infringing on my rights. You're trying to chill my constitutionally protected activity.
Bill?
Yes, ma'am. Well, that's how it's feeling. So could you stop following me?
No, sir, you're in my building.
Well, no, it's not your building.
It
It's
is.
the
I'm in
people's
charge of
building.
these
No, it's the
buildings.
people's building.
I'm in charge.
Well, then can you identify yourself?
Hey, look me up. You said you knew who I
Well,
was.
is your body cam rolling?
No.
Why not?
'Cause I
And
don't
you won't
have-
identify yourself. So when I go over and file a complaint that you won't identify yourself, how do I file a complaint against you?
I told your person down here who I was.
You told me a person who you were?
Your person, your partner down there.
Yeah, he's already left the building.
No, I understand that. How are you? Can you identify yourself for me?
I'm Lieutenant Caskey.
Look, Caskey?
Uh-huh.
Badge number?
5.
5, thank you so much. Would you identify yourself?
Deputy Warren,
Warren, could you, badge number?
14.
Why
While
you-
we're identifying each other, let me see your ID.
No, thank you.
Oh, well, that's not fair.
I know, that's the way it works.
Oh.
We don't play fair around here.
Okay, well, right now you're free to go.
No, I understand I'm free to go.
Free to go now.
That means I'm free to stay.
No.
Well, if I'm free to go, I'm free to
What is your
stay.
business here?
I'm
What is
taking
your
care of
county
business.
business that you're doing?
Sir, I'm not going to answer your questions. Thank you,
Okay.
though.
You're free to go, or you're going to go to jail?
So if I don't leave, I'm going to jail.
You're going to jail if you don't
Okay,
leave.
thank you, sir. That's all I needed. Gasky?
Yes.
That was the name? Okay. That's what I needed. You just did me a huge favor. Thank you. Can I stay right here? Thank you, Gasky. I just got threatened with jail. I got a threat of arrest right there from Gasky. I got a threat of arrest from Gasky. I got a threat of arrest right there from Gasky.
I got it, yeah.
I got a threat of arrest.
You got their badge numbers?
You what?
You get their badge numbers? I didn't get them.
Oh, I got them.
All right, he got the badge numbers, guys.
I got them.
Josh on the way to help? No, okay, he's not in jail.
No, I'm not
I
in
was
jail.
a little worried after they threatened
Sorry,
to
I
arrest
was.
me.
Oh, they've been terrible up there. They've been awful up there, folks. I got some amazing video on this. I should have been live, but I got 32 minutes of amazing, constitutionally violating video of epic freaking proportion. Why are we here? They're covering up. This judge issued a protective order against a 9-year-old, and the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Department served a 9-year-old with a protective order at elementary school. So that's why we're here, folks. That's why we're investigating. That's why they don't like me here. That's why I just got threatened with arrest. And quite frankly, my civil rights had already been violated by another woman in there who I've seen on video before from a Long Island audit video. But that last guy just threatened to arrest me if I didn't leave. He said, "You're free to leave." And I said, "I'm free to stay then." And he says, "Well, you're free to leave or you're gonna be under arrest." And I was like, "So you're telling me if I don't leave, I'm under arrest?" And he says, "Yes." Get me the hell out of there at that point.
Yeah,
I feel like going to jail
he,
today.
He told me I could leave, and I was like, "Is that under threat of arrest?" And he was like, "Do you want to go to jail?" And I said, "Is that under threat of arrest?" And he said, "Yes." So then I left. And so
there you go.
We both got our threat of arrest.
There you go.
And they barred me from the public building. The other cops did.
They barred you from the public building?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me in.
There. And 400 North Broadway.
Oh, they locked them out. Yeah. Sorry.
We have caused the Pottawatomie County Courthouse to be closed and the doors locked, restricting the public access. Thank you for proving that. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Restricted the public's access to a courthouse.
For filming.
For filming. Hello. So I was told at the courthouse that there's a letter on file that says from the district attorney that you can't record at the courthouse. And I got kicked out of the courthouse under threat of arrest before I could look at that letter. So I'd like a copy of that letter if I could.
I'm not sure. Do you? Okay.
And why you might want to ask them why we're getting kicked out of public courthouses. And they literally locked the front doors for filming at the courthouse. You can't go in the building unless they unlock them for filming. I know. That's what I thought. She's okay. It's just a camera. It does not bite. I promise.
Well, you're not supposed to be recording people either.
Well, yes, ma'am. I can certainly do that. This is a public area of a public entrance to a public lobby of the public district attorney's office. So I'm certainly entitled to record anywhere I can see in public. Thanks for your expert legal advice here at the district attorney's office, though. I appreciate it. Who was she? Who was she?
I don't know who was talking to you. I'm sorry.
The old woman. You know who she was?
No.
Okay, well then I'd like to submit an open records act request for every employee of the district attorney's office. So can I do that, please?
I don't have that.
Well, who do I need to do that with?
I'm not sure. When they come back, I can.
Okay, I want to inspect all the employees list. Any list of all the employees of the district attorney's office, including their salary, please.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Since we're gonna play this game, we'll play it all the way.
Okay.
I think he's walking in right now. I'm just trying to get a copy of the letter that you won't let me see over there. I'm doing nothing other than asking for open records.
DA have it?
They're looking for it. I'm not sure.
That's all I need is that letter.
Okay.
And then I'm out of here. You told me I couldn't come back in that building or I'd have come back in there. So I came to the next public building I could come to. Now, let me ask you, can I ask you another question? You want to come out here so we don't disturb them anymore? So, ordering me out of the courthouse under threat of arrest. I don't know if you know what I was doing there, but I was just going over there asking for court files and court records. It's all on video. I was polite. I mean, one of your officers.
Completely polite.
Well, I'm going to tell you that one of your officers kept coming up and interrupting, and if they hadn't interrupted, it would have gone a lot faster and a lot easier. The fact that they kept interrupting and then saying, you're disturbing the peace, I'm like, you're interrupting, causing the disturbance. I had a few questions. They would have told me they weren't going to give me anything, and I'd have been on my daggum way. Well, you actually caught me leaving the building and then threatened to arrest me for if I didn't leave right then. And at that particular time, just so you know, when this comes back up, I was about to leave, and the only thing I had left to do was to go ask for an Open Records Act request that they had told me to go ask for at the court clerk's office to ask for their payroll records in another place.
Online.
I can't.
Matter of fact,
but there's also in Title 51.
Our payroll is actually online.
Well, and that's fine, I'll look there, but Title 51 of the Oklahoma statutes, which the Oklahoma Open Records Act is under, says that I have the right to, during regular business hours in a public building, and they are required to maintain 5 days of openness for these records, regular business hours of which are posted to provide records to people when they come there in public. So while you can provide the records online and those things, there's a right to inspect those records. They didn't say anything about them being online. They said that they were in one of the offices there. The payroll records.
Is that your phone or mine?
It's definitely mine. Or yours. It's gotta be yours. Nope, it's yours.
Yeah. Can I call you right back? All right.
I gotta go.
What's that?
Car wreck, head on.
Okay.
Somebody's life's at danger. Y'all go ahead. I'll get out of here. I ain't gonna mess with you now. I'm leaving. I won't mess with anybody. Y'all go deal with people's lives.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this video. It really helps support us. Thank you all.
All right, they're going to a head-on car collision. I'm leaving. I'm not going to mess with or ask for anything else anymore at this point. I've got what I need. I'm going to get out of town. They need to go get to a car wreck, which is why them being here is stupid, because all we were doing is recording. And see, now they're going over there and getting to that car wreck, but they'd have been there faster if they weren't over here harassing us for recording.